Currently, with my role right now, I'm the Nurse Executive Patient Care Director for UCSF Health. I've been in this role for about 20, so at UCSF Health for 20 years. I've been back and forth. This is the third time I'm coming back. I was in the Philippines 2 months ago as part of the PhilPro, which is the Filipino Young Leaders Program. It's through the U.S. Consulate, Philippine Embassy, and Ayala Foundation. So I have a lot of advocacies that I want to advance in healthcare. Basically, I want to looking to improve nursing production and nursing, to help with the nursing shortage in the Philippines while increasing the quality of nurses through cutting-edge technology and the virtual simulation lab in the Philippines by working with the nursing schools. Also looking at mutually benefited agreements with the other countries, right? Making sure that we are also benefiting from these nurse migration going to their countries, but also getting something back. The other thing too is empowering the nurses. I'm really hopeful. I've also been speaking with the Ayala Healthcare CEO, Paolo Borromeo. I also met with Metro Pacific Health CEO as well. And those two are part of the Private Sector Advisory Council. And I know that they're advising the president in terms of solutions for the nursing shortage and nursing production. So I do know that he's really trying to find solutions to the problem, and he's really tapping into the subject matter experts to help problem solve. Ang Bagong Pilipinas is to really elevate the status of the Philippines, right? By being strategic, thoughtful, and intentional on where we are. So participating in the APEC events and also working with the other economies, it means what is, Bagong Pilipinas for me. Really need to be thinking outside the box. In terms of being Bagong Pilipino, it's really evolving, adapting, and being flexible. Really reflecting on what are the Filipino culture that is effective and also not so effective. I've heard about crab mentality, right? So it's really making sure that we are empowering others and lifting each other up.
I'm nearing retirement, but most of my career was spent with the major banks. I held several management and executive positions with banks like Citigroup, Wells Fargo Bank, Bank of America, but I'm still active in some property companies that serve low-income citizens here in the Bay Area. The other nonprofit, of course, I was elected as the president of the SMNF, that is the Samahan ng mga Nagkakaisang Filipino. It's a spin-off from the BBM Unity Team. After our successful campaign here, the supporters, the members, decided to create a nonprofit, a 501c3. So that is in existence. As a matter of fact, we're very engaged in helping the consulate in organizing the PhilCom event that's coming up. We started very small. There were only about, initially there were 3 of us. And then one of them said, Don Veridiano said, I have a building, let's use the ground floor as headquarters. And pretty soon, there was almost a groundswell of support. Nagulat kami. We didn't know that the parang rockstar si BBM at that time, and the people were really eager to support us. And so during the campaigns, we were holding rallies, and we were surprised people are coming up. They're bringing their food, and then we will have programs. His coming here is not only a boost. It's for them, it's a representation that the Filipinos, as a race, has an impact in the community, and to have him here, to have him present here, is a validation of that. And parang we're all happy because it's a show of appreciation on his part too. We believe in his call for unity. And we know, though, that it is a very hard task to achieve. We firmly believe that PBBM is doing the right thing. Para sa akin, ang Bagong Pilipinas is characterized by prosperity, maunlad. At the same time, mapayapa. At the same time, providing a lot of opportunities for the kababayans in the Philippines. And it is a big challenge given that the President has to address the problems of corruption and poverty. It's a big challenge. And I look forward to seeing people embracing the bayanihan spirit where people help each other out. Sana mabalik yun eh, you know? And for a bagong Filipino, I'd like to see a level of discipline. Nakakaingit yung ibang bansa, even our neighbors. You know, when you go to Japan, ang linis nila, discipline nila. I'd like to see the bagong Filipino assume that kind of responsibility of taking care of their surroundings. And of course, embracing also the bayanihan spirit, helping each other out, and caring for each other, and then establishing good values.
Dynamico Space, again, so I started off as a software developer company, right? Continued to think, how can we continue to promote the Philippines and the talent that we have in the Philippines? Okay, so we continued to partner with the Department of Foreign Affairs, and here in the Philippine Consulate building in San Francisco, on the 3rd floor, we decided, okay, we'll open a co-working space. So it's 10,000 square feet or 1,000 square meters. 16 offices, 4 conference rooms, and a big open space, right? We have very basic goals. Our first goal is to promote Filipino entrepreneurs and connect the Philippines to Silicon Valley. So you guys being here, the president being here, the companies from the Philippines being here in San Francisco and learning about the PhilAms that are working here is a huge deal for us. We're finding startups in the Philippines and connecting them with investors here to hopefully bridge the Philippines and Silicon Valley. My first exposure to the president was his speech when he came to visit for the stock market in New York, right? And when I heard that speech, I was convinced that this is the start of something. This is the start of something. Not only was he saying the right things, he had a group of really intelligent people with him saying the right things as well. Sitting there as a PhilAm, because I love the Philippines, but I grew up here generally. Sitting there, you have hopes and dreams that the Philippines is uplifted. We grow economically. We become more sikat in the world for the amazing things that we do. So that initial speech really made me feel like that can be a reality. I think 100% being a leader, napaka-importante that you get to meet the people. And napaka-importante na naririnig mo yung mga sinasabi nila, ano yung mga kailangan nila, ano yung mga inspirations nila. And everybody's different, diba? In different locations everywhere, right? So personally, it's very exciting, number one, that the president will be here to meet with the people. And he's gonna meet, so we're in San Francisco, we're in Silicon Valley. You're gonna meet a lot of different people, from startup tech people to in the medical profession, in real estate, really the full gambit of Filipinos. And I really feel if he and the cabinet and the entrepreneurs from the Philippines can only see, and I'm sure they do, only see how ready the PhilAm entrepreneurs are and the PhilAm community is to really soar and to really be amazing and to be known worldwide for the amazing things that we do. We're ready. We're really ready. I think our parents paved the way as the first generation here in the States, right? So the president being here, giving extra fuel to the flame of the Filipinos here is very very exciting for me personally. Ang bagong Pilipinas, ang hope ko sa isang bagong Pilipinas ay isang Pilipinas na you can see na consistently nagra-rise lahat. If you're you're middle class, you're rich, if you're poor, doesn't matter. Collaborating together and rising together and working together. Not only in the Philippines, but also here, Silicon Valley in the US. But then not also there, all over the world, Filipinos collaborating together. I think with this leadership, the Philippines can rise up talaga from, from wherever we are to, when you say, what did they call us before? Tiger of Asia, the Pearl of the Orient, maybe even better because we're ready, right? We're ready for it, no? So, ang bagong Pilipinas is the rise of all Filipinos around the world. And ang bagong Pilipino is that the Filipinos around the world, game na. Ready na sila. They said, okay, how can we work together? How can we collaborate? How can we be better? So the timing, I think, is excellent. There's our team there. Like yung mga ganito. It's exciting siya. So, now, these are startups in the Philippines. Okay. What's the usual?
Routes namin eh. Pumalpak eh. Ay, gano'n.